So I wanted to create this video as well. I think this is more important now than ever, especially in the world of social media and comparison and imposter syndrome and whatnot. But the title of the video essentially being around like why you should learn an art on your own time, or why you should be learning a creative outlet. I think it is so important for you to learn a creative outlet, whatever type of art that is. That could be playing an instrument, that could be drawing, it could be making YouTube videos. But I think it's super important for us to, on our own time, learn how to do something that is our own stamp on the world, like how we can contribute and have our own stamp in an artistic way. I think it's very therapeutic, and it's also really cool to create your own thing. The nice thing about having a creative outlet, so I'll give you guys kind of a bit of a backstory on what my creative outlet was and still is it's playing guitar. So when I went to college when I was 18 years old, for my 18th birthday, I got a guitar I got an electric guitar. And the reason why I'd asked for one is because I saw someone, I don't know if it was on the Ellen show or I saw a clip, or if it was on America's Got Talent. I saw like a 6-year-old like shredding on guitar, and I looked at it and I was thinking, okay, if he can do it, I can definitely do it. So it was a competition thing. It was more like, wow, if that little kid can do it, then I definitely can do it. So I asked for a guitar, and one of our family friends got me one because he plays guitar and was super hyped to hear that I was getting into it. So essentially how I learned guitar was I brought a guitar. I got one like a week before I went to college, or maybe 2 weeks. And I essentially brought it to college and just kind of taught myself and like learned online. I didn't learn from a teacher or anything. I ended up 4 years down the road taking a classical guitar class at the University of Washington. But aside from that, I actually didn't learn a whole lot from that class. There wasn't a lot of learning. But going back again, I took it to college and was essentially trying to figure out how to play it and learning all these different like riffs, because I was super into like rock and metal and wanted to learn how to do it, and I thought it was so badass. So I started just learning it and playing around on it, and now I'm at the point where it's 7 years later, and I literally have this creative outlet where I can make essentially any kind of music I want with my guitar. And I guess I don't mean any kind of music, but I have such a big understanding of the instrument and an understanding of music as a whole that if I like hear different songs, I can learn them very quickly. And I have something called perfect pitch. I don't know if any of you know what that is, but like I can hum, or I can hear what something is and know what note that is. So like there's E, that would be an E. So like I can hear different notes and know that without having any other reference notes. So I can hear a lot of songs and like know how to translate that and play it on the guitar, which is super cool. But going more into it, like using it as a creative outlet, I get to figure out how to play these songs, but also figure out how to play things I hear in my head or like want to create, which is so cool. But this could be applied to any other art. Like if you have a picture in your head, you can figure out how to draw it or whatnot. Like that, there's people that can do that, and I think that's absolutely crazy that if you have a picture in your head, you can draw it. I mean, that's so amazing. I wish I could do that. I am not a good artist at all. I am more of a tracer artist myself, where I trace something. I am not good with that. But yeah, like even with like YouTube videos, like people have their own like cool edits they can make. Like there's so many different arts you can dive into and try out and see what sticks for you. But I know when I started like playing the guitar, like a month in, I was absolutely infatuated with it. Like I was playing 2 hours a day in college, and it was such a great outlet during college. Like when you're stressed out with all these classes, like I'd take a break and then I would tune out, put my headphones on and just play guitar and just vibe out, and it was so nice. but I think having that creative outlet is so important in life because it also expresses or like amplifies your inner kid. Because if we think as a kid, like at least when I was a kid, like you're playing games with all your friends, like outside or whatever, like hide and seek, and you're like making up these games, and you're trying to have fun with your friends, and you're making up all these things, and that's part of what makes you a kid. And I think having that creative outlet has kind of sparked that inner child in me in a good way. I mean that totally good. I think it's so important to have that. And I said in the beginning, in the world we're in right now with social media and comparing, when you're creating things for yourself and only you, I think that you have no one else to prove it to. Like you're doing it for yourself. There's no one else that you're creating this song for, or creating this style of picture for, or creating this video for. You're doing it for you, and it's for your taste. And if everyone likes it, that's awesome. And if everyone doesn't like it, that is what it is, because you like it. It doesn't matter. You're doing it for yourself, and I think that's something really cool. And I know there's a lot of people that don't have time to learn how to play an instrument or learn how to draw. Like, I get it, but I think it's something that if you invest your time in early and look long term, I don't think you will regret doing it. We are in a world where creativity probably is at a low with especially with AI too. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can literally create songs and create pictures with AI. Like, creativity is going to continue to go down, but I believe having that outlet. Oh, another good one I'm just thinking of off the top of my head would be like writing books and whatnot, or stories, or creating worlds or whatever. It's having that creative outlet. It sparks in your imagination, but it also it sparks an excitement out of you. Sorry, I was messing that up. I don't know why, but it sparks that inner excitement, that inner child, and that's so important. So I would consider, as the point of this video, I would definitely consider you guys to think about finding that creative outlet for yourself. It has changed my life. That has been the most life-changing things for me, and I would say it has been one of the most impactful things on my life, is playing guitar and seeing music and all these things. Once you get into it, you see the world differently. I see music completely different than when I didn't play guitar. So I would consider it. I don't know if you guys have had that and maybe had a bad experience playing an instrument, or maybe had a bad experience picking up a creative art, but you need to just find one that you can stick to and you get inspired doing. That will really help you. So I'm curious to hear what you guys do in the comments, what type of creative outlet you have, if not, which ones you guys are interested in doing. There's plenty of resources online to learn any of them, whether it's writing or whatever it is. You can find resources online to help support your goals for free on YouTube, or using AI, or whatever resource you want to use. They are out there. But please consider doing it. I don't think you'll regret it. It's a very good feeling and a very good habit and hobby to have, to be able to have that creative outlet. So I really appreciate you guys for listening. I feel like it's something you should totally invest in, which is that creative outlet for yourself and being your true authentic self while creating those things. But again, I always appreciate you guys for listening. Thanks so much. Any support is appreciated. Happy Thursday. I'm recording this on a Thursday, so happy Thursday. We're almost through the week, and I appreciate everyone. Thanks so much. Peace out.